Think about it. In space, survival is everything. But you have two massive problems. You can't tell if a stranger is friendly. Even if they seem friendly, you don't know if they think you are the threat. This is the chain of suspicion. Because light takes years to travel, you can't just hop on a call to work it out. By the time you say hello, they've had enough time to build a weapon that can erase your entire solar system. In this game, the person who shoots first lives. It's called the dark forest theory, and if it's true, our attempt to contact space isn't a greeting, it's a death sentence. You might think, why bother? Why waste the ammo on a weak civilization? That is a death sentence mistake. Look at Earth. For 200,000 years, we played with dirt and sticks. Then, in just one human lifetime, we went from horse and carriage to splitting the atom and walking on the moon. In cosmic time, that's not a transition, that's an explosion. If an alien scout ship spotted us in 1900, we were harmless. By 1960, we were a nuclear threat. By 2100, we might be capable of deleting a star system. In the dark forest, you don't wait for a primitive planet to become your peer, because by the time they are your peer, they are your executioner. You can't risk a wait-and-see approach. If you let them live, you're just giving them time to develop a weapon you can't defend against. Because,
like the man said, what doesn't kill you just makes me stronger.
In the cosmos, if you fire and miss, or if you fire and only take out half their colonies, you haven't won. You've just created a god-tier enemy that knows exactly where you are and is now obsessed with your total annihilation. The only way to ensure they never get stronger, make sure they never grow up. You have to kill the threat while it's still in the cradle. You don't ignore the weak civilizations. You erase them before they become the monsters you're afraid of. To understand our place in the stars, you have to stop thinking like an explorer and start thinking like a survivor. Picture a forest at midnight. It is vast, ancient, and terrifyingly silent. You are a hunter in this forest. You are armed, you are skilled, and you are terrified. Why? Because you aren't the only one there. The forest is filled with other hunters, thousands of them, all stalking through the undergrowth like ghosts. They are pushing aside branches so slowly it takes an hour to move a single yard. They are treading on moss to dampen the sound of their boots. They are holding their breath until their lungs burn. Every hunter in this woods shares one absolute truth. The moment you are detected, you are dead. In this metaphor, the trees are the light years of empty space. The hunters are civilizations. And the twigs are the radio signals we've been broadcasting for a century. Imagine you're that hunter. You're crouching in the dark, and suddenly, you hear a sound. It's not a ghost, and it's not the wind, it's a voice. It's a child in a clearing 300 yards away, lighting a bright yellow flare and shouting,
"Is anyone there? I want to be friends."
What do? Your heart hammers against your ribs. You don't know who that child is. You don't know if they have a father standing right behind them with a sniper rifle aimed at your skull. You don't know if that child is actually a lure designed to bring you out into the light. In a world where the only goal is survival, and the only resource is space, you cannot afford the luxury of hope. You cannot gamble your entire species on the chance that the stranger is nice. In the dark forest, benevolence is a fairy tale. If you hear a noise, you don't call back, you don't send a greeting, you aim your weapon at the source of the sound, and you fire. You eliminate the uncertainty. You delete the threat before it can detect you. And then, you go back to being silent. This is the great silence. Hunters find each other. Why not just lower the guns and negotiate? This is where the chain of suspicion turns the universe into a slaughterhouse. It's a mathematical trap that no amount of goodwill can solve. First, you have the distance gap. If you find a civilization 500 light years away, a single hello takes 5 centuries to arrive. Their hello back takes another 5. By the time you finish a basic greeting, a millennium has passed. Think about Earth 1,000 years ago. We were fighting with swords. Today, we have AI and nukes. You aren't talking to a person. You're talking to a ghost of what they used to be. You have no idea what they've become in the time it took for their voice to reach you. Second, you have the biological wall. We can't assume an alien mind thinks like ours. To us, a smile is a greeting. To them, showing teeth might be a declaration of war. Love, mercy, and peace might be uniquely human concepts that don't exist in the vacuum. But even if you are both peaceful, you hit the final, fatal link in the chain, the mirror of suspicion. I am peaceful. But I don't know if you are peaceful. Even if I think you are peaceful, I don't know if you think I am peaceful. If you think I'm a threat, you might strike me out of self-defense. Therefore, to defend myself from your self-defense, I have to kill you first. It's a cycle of paranoia that scales to the stars. In the dark forest, trust is a luxury that gets you extinct. Now, let's talk about us, the idiots of the galaxy. For a century, we have been leaking radio noise into the void. We've sent the Arecibo message, a literal digital map, to our front door. We launched the Voyager probes with golden records containing our anatomy and our location. We are basically a neon sign in a graveyard. Every time we beam a high-powered signal into deep space, we are gambling the lives of every human being who will ever be born. We assume that anyone listening will be like us, curious, kind, and looking for connection. But in a dark forest, curiosity is a defect. Think about the wow signal. In 1977, we caught a 72-second blast of radio noise from space. We spent decades wondering what it was. What if that wasn't a greeting? What if that was a scream? What if we just heard the final, desperate transmission of a civilization that got found? We are currently the loudest thing in our sector of the Milky Way. To a silent, lurking superintelligence, Earth isn't a pale blue dot, it's a ticking time bomb. It's a primitive species that just discovered the technological explosion. If they let us reach the next level, if they let us master interstellar travel, we become the hunters who might kill them. By the logic of the forest, the most merciful thing an advanced civilization can do is send a kinetic projectile at 99% the speed of light. 1 second we're tweeting, the next, our atmosphere is plasma. So, why is the universe so quiet? It's not because life is rare, it's because the universe is old. The loud, friendly civilizations like ours don't last long. They're the fireworks of the cosmos. They burn bright for a second, they make a lot of noise, and then they're snuffed out by the shadows. The civilizations that survive for millions of years are the ones that learned the ultimate lesson: hide. They've encased their stars in shells to hide their heat. They've gone radio silent. But the dark forest theory suggests that being alone is the greatest gift we ever had. Silence is our only shield. And we've been throwing it away for 80 years. Maybe the Great Filter isn't some natural disaster or a nuclear war. Maybe the filter is just a test of intelligence. Are you smart enough to shut up? In the dark forest, the one who makes the first sound is the one who gets found. And the one who gets found is gone. Stay quiet. Stay hidden. And for God's sake, stop shouting into the trees, because something is out there, and it's listening.